Hello. um, I would tell you to refresh the page, except that you wouldn't need to if you're seeing me right now. I am doing a webinar tonight for No More Waiters. But the truth is, I am feeling pretty good today because I had a milestone in our career. Most of you know, I mean, if you're here, you probably know it already, but we'll discuss it soon. The video tends to be 30 seconds behind the live stream as my wife goes and gets her computer out. Yeah, I'm gonna have you monitor the chat because this has a chat room. Did I give you the? Do you have the web address? Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. Hey, look at you. Sometimes she's not really aware of my emails. If you can imagine the 500 that you get. Thing is, I test everything with her email, so she gets everything. She gets everything from everything I do. I am going to check. I'm going to check Gmail for a sec. Make sure that the last email went out to tell you guys we're here now. Happening right now. Come on. And I'm also going to go on to Facebook and post the link. Copy. Facebook and copy the link into a thingamabob. I'm an actor, damn it. I'm gonna say live now. Live now. Cool. So people can come now. I'm gonna see. Yeah, nice. Okay. So let's see. Why are we here today? Why are we here? Well, it is 9 o'clock on the dot, and I see a couple of you starting to come in. That's cool. I'm gonna be drinking some champagne during this. Look, I'm wearing a different shirt. It's all wrinkly, right? No, I don't care. I don't care. Well, I can change. I don't want to change on camera. And then all of a sudden, I got to put NC-17 on on the thing. It's gonna be that kind of webinar tonight because I'm feeling good, baby. I'm feeling good. And oh, you know what? I'm not monitoring. I'm using the regular page, so I'm not looking at the chat page. Okay, babe? Okay. So keep an eye out for that if you would. Yeah. Cool. And so for those of you who are here, welcome. You know, it is November, right? It's November, and it is that time of the year when you start realizing what you accomplished this year and what you didn't accomplish this year. And Thanksgiving's coming. When is Thanksgiving? Like a week or two? Like 2 weeks? Something like 2 weeks, right? A week from Thursday or something. And you know, you start talking about what you're grateful for and what's going to happen in the new year. But I am grateful for a lot of things this year, and I wanted to start off talking about that I'm grateful for you guys. Here is why. I had been selling the book only, No More Waiters, for a while, for years, right? Because I had the solution, and it was working for me, so I wanted to send it out to other people. And I wasn't really treating it like a business. You know, it was like this book that I wrote that I make money from when people buy it sometimes, right? And but I wasn't like measuring, and I wasn't, you know, I was kind of always wanting to, but I wasn't necessarily actually doing the thing that made the difference. And here's what it was. The difference was that I wasn't actually advertising all the time. I was kind of like letting people find it and hoping to get free traffic this way or that way. And I didn't put my money down to make me do the thing, okay? And I talk about that because this weekend I did the Broadway Brunch Club with Lisa Gold. For those of you who know Lisa Gold, if you go to getanactingagent.com, you can get like a free report from her, a special thing about getting an agent. And she has been teaching actors to treat their career like a business for a long time, and she's awesome. She always has great nuggets. Anything you can get from her, you should get it, okay? And at getanactingagent.com. And at this Broadway brunch club this weekend, she had a casting director and an agent, and then a bunch of actors with extremely varied experience, right? And here I was selling this book, and we all went around the tables, and there were about, like, I want to say 30, something like that, and maybe 20, 30, something like that. And I got up and I was like, my name is Bones Rodriguez. I'm an actor, author, solopreneur, born and raised here in New York City, where I live with my wife and son. I am known as the No More Waiters guy because I teach actors how to build your acting business without a day job. There are two kinds of actors, those who bring the check to the table and those who get the check in the mail. Which do you want to be? And then I kind of went on to say that I had a network test tomorrow. It was today, right? So this was Sunday brunch, and I was kind of telling them that I had a network test, and I noticed that the agent and the cast director were like, oh, a network test. Because I'm aware that a network test is a big deal. And when I first started this whole acting thing, I also was trying my best to not spend any money on it, right? Like, I heard you had to get headshots, so where could I find the cheapest headshots to get? And how could I mail them out the least way? And can I find instead of sending out to 100 people, I want to send my headshots out to 5, right? And I was trying to figure out a way to do this with the least risk involved. And that's the same thing I had been doing with No More Waiters, the book. And as my career kind of went on, you get a little bit and you get a little more confidence, so you step out a little further. You get a little more confidence, you step out a little further. You get a little more confidence, you step out a little further. Sometimes you have to take the leap and say, I'm going to act like I have more confidence than I do, right? And, in this case, for me with No More Waiters, I had to plunk down a bunch of money on courses to teach me how to make this into a real business, because I started realizing after 10 years of being day job free, because of the things I had learned about making money online and making money for yourself, that I actually really did have a great solution for actors, and I don't know what level of me you're here. You could be brand new to Bones Rodriguez and No More Waiters, and maybe you haven't even read the book yet, and you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? You could be totally new, But the truth is that there have been people on this list for wow, I want to say a decade, right? Have I had this list? No, there's no way I've had this list for a decade, right? Is it possible? No. Well, I was doing it before we got married, right? There you go. All right, so it's over a decade. There are people on my email list and maybe online right now who've been here for over a decade. Are you on the chat? Can you see the chat? Okay, great. The page with this thing on the side.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it. Only one. Okay, great. So hey, if you're here, do me a favor. Just write in the chat. Say hello. Just say I'm here. I'm brand new to Bones. I've been on Bones' list for a while. I bought the book. I bought the gold package. I'm a former Mastermind session guy. Whatever you are, just do me a favor and do that. Look, I didn't set up registration and all that because I didn't feel like it today. Because I had a network test for an ABC pilot today, and I was signing contracts all weekend. It was the first time for me to do that. It's huge. It's huge. I'm now a new plateau in my acting career as of a couple hours ago. As of a couple hours ago, my career is different. Do you understand? And I'm hoping by the end of the week it's different again, because I'm just waiting to hear. But you know what? We're going forward anyway. I was like, do I want to do a webinar for No More Waiters after my network test? And I was like, you know what? I want to give them the inspiration that I'm going to get after that. Because right now I'm feeling good about our career, and I'm going to sit here with some champagne and give you what I got. Okay, I'm here to give you what I got, and hopefully make you commit to doing more. Okay. And what I want in return now is for you to comment in the comment section. And I don't even know if you have to refresh for them to show up. Could you maybe refresh your page? Okay, and my wife is over there being awesome. Oh, Miranda said hello. Awesome, cool. So Miranda just kind of upped her game this week, which is awesome. And I think she's gonna, Miranda upped her game, and it's another thing where Miranda, she was a mastermind session. I think she was one of the first mastermind session people. And, she kind of got started and was she was doing something else too. So she put some focus over there. Then she kind of made some money by accident and then started paying attention over here. And, she's upping her game in confidence and stuff like that, At this weekend's thing, the weekend brunch, somebody was there who was a mastermind member also, who kind of fell off. And she was like, we were talking about what she was doing now, and I kind of gave her what she was doing now with what she learned from me before, and I kind of melded them to show her that she could have something that pays her when she's, aside from trading time for it. And she was like, and I know the rest of the brunch, she was like thinking about it, and all it takes is that spark for you to say yes, to take the information and do something with it and go forward. And even if you don't have the confidence in it, to do it anyway. Okay. So I'm talking about confidence, right? And I know there's some of you that are going to be like, get to the meat thing. And I promise this whole thing is meat. I promise this whole thing is meat. Okay. Cool. Cool. What are they saying?
There's Norman. He says his name is
Norman.
He's not been on here.
Okay, Norman's not been here for a while. Who else?
And then you've got someone saying there. His name's Cole.
Cole. Okay.
Your material last week.
Last week. Okay. Welcome, Cole.
I write, act, do poetry, gets paid poorly.
By the way, I wait, act, do. What's the link, by the way? NoMoreWays.co/live with bones or something like that. Live with. Oh, that biz, right? So Cole says he gets paid poorly. I'm gonna check it just for myself. I realize I can have it running, and then there's another one. I'm gonna pause this, and I only have you. Oh, sort by newest. Yeah. Okay. Dan Murphy, brand new here. Not sure when to give you my info, but I received your email. I'm here to listen. Cool. Peter Velios. Hey, Bones. Hey, Peter. Hey. All right. That's cool. So Peter, he won like this little contest that I had. It wasn't a contest. He just won because he did the homework, and so he got a blogging course. And I'm here. Oh, thanks for the congratulations, man. I appreciate it. And I'm kind of here to kick your ass, Peter, right? Because he got a course from me, and he's working hard. He is another guy who's like, he has to travel a long time, and he's trying to make the dream happen, and all this stuff. And Cole came across my material. Do poetry get paid poorly or not at all? Norman Outlaw. Yeah, Norman, you've been here for a while, man. Yeah, but I've seen you before, right? Miranda. Okay, cool. And Empower Affiliate. Awesome. So cool. Welcome, you guys. And that means that there are like 20 others who haven't answered yet. So please comment in there. Otherwise, you're just kind of a thief. So and lurking doesn't work. Cool. Great. I'm glad. Good. Good. Cool. And I'll ask you for that in a second. But so today is like a new level for me. I'm going to give you a quick, some of you are super new, so I just want to give you a quick thing. Back in 2000, I quit my day job. I'm going to go back further. In 1996, someone asked me if I wanted to make extra money. And I was like, yeah. I was answering phone. I got out of school. I got out of college, owed a bunch of money. So I was working at NYU answering phones. That's what I was doing. And after work, I was doing improv with my friends, and we were putting on shows, hoping that an agent would show up and take us and make us into stars, right? Because at school, you learn how to act, but not how to be an actor. And the difference is that you learn how to cry on command, but you don't know how to have a business that tells people to buy your skill of crying on command. Okay, I don't think I can cry on command. Maybe if I can, if I think about if I think about some commercials or something out, some of those web videos, you know, like the Down syndrome guy who's bagging groceries or something. Okay, so the thing is that there's a difference between knowing how to act and knowing how to be an actor. And I didn't take any classes in acting at school. I did a lot of the student-run stuff. And like I said, after work, we were doing shows, hoping an agent would show up and do that. But that didn't happen for any of us, okay? And for the like 100 or so people in New York who had graduated my year who were also actors, that just wasn't the path. We didn't understand, right? There was this guy whose mother was a producer on Star Trek The Next Generation at the time, and he got on that. And we were like, well, he knew somebody. He knew his mom was a producer, so you know, we gotta do it the other way. But that's the right way. That's the right way. He would probably taught how to have a business as an actor. Does that make sense? So anyway, so I was doing the usual, right? Working at night, working during the day, trying to get that thing going. And someone asked me if I wanted to make some money. I started learning about this thing. At the time, it was a multi-level marketing business, a network marketing business called, you know, Amway, big one. And I was there for 5 years, you guys. 5 years, never made any money. It's not true. I made a bunch of money at the beginning, and intermittently I'd make like $100 bucks. But I never made any money. But I was learning the whole time, and I was so stubborn because in that first burst I did make some money, so I saw that it was possible, you know. So because I knew it was possible, I had a little bit of more confidence. So for 5 years I was doing that, and you know, I would leave one job and find another, and you know, I was always like, oh, my acting, and I'm building this business so I can be free, and you know, learning along the way, but not actually ever making any money. And then I left that business and I started learning how to not do multi-level, although I tried a bunch of other multi-levels along the way, and I learned more and done more and got better. I did ding better. I eventually started learning about how to just do straight sales, because someone told me, because I didn't remember, I'm an actor and I wasn't thinking like this. They were like, look, Bones, to have a business, all you need is something that is to sell something and it makes you money. And I was like, I don't want to sell something, man. I'm an actor. I don't want to sell nothing. He's like, Bones, you have an acting business, right? I'm like, well, no, I'm an actor. He goes, exactly. And at this point, I realized that, like, oh, you know, business is selling something, right? So like, I started learning that, oh, I have to sell my services as an actor. Oh, the same way I'm trying to sell whatever opportunity I was working at the time. Oh, so I took those two ideas and started melding them, and I started making money in like online and doing that stuff. And then I started treating my acting career a little more like a business. I had quit my day job because I got a full-time improv gig where I met my sweet baby, Laura. So it's just life-changing, right? And, but it only paid $300 a week. A week! I live in New York, right? Did I fog up the thing? There we go, okay. And how do you live on that? Well, fortunately, I was learning how to make money online because this thing called the internet came out, right? And here's what I learned. I learned to sell other people. I bought the rights to some people's books. I paid for advertising. The book sold. On days that more books sold than I spent in advertising, I made money. On days that I spent more in advertising than I made in sales, I lost money. But I started learning, I'm putting things together, and paid for courses and paid for things. I had, you know, going into debt and doing whatever. But because I was unwilling, once I knew that it was possible, I was unwilling to let it go. Are you unwilling to let go of the dream you want? How much courage do you have? How much can you go through? I'm telling you right now, something like 95, 98% of people who say they're actors quit by the time they're 30. Because, man, it's been too long. And I understand, but here's the thing. When you make money without a day job, when you make money anyway, you never need to quit. Did you hear me? When you have enough confidence to invest in yourself, invest in your mind, to be stubborn, to learn about this thing that we should have learned in school, but didn't, because they were teachers and they had jobs, not acting businesses, they had jobs where they teach you how to cry on command. When you do that, when you're willing to do that, you can win. And if you can get to the point where you don't have a day job, suddenly you're free to go on every audition. And that's what I've discovered. Because I was doing this full-time improv gig, it was a job. But I was only making $300 a week. And then someone would call me for, like a non-union gig. And I called around and could I get off? Yeah. And then it was like another commercial and another one. And eventually I had to quit the full-time acting gig. I quit a full-time acting gig, you guys, because I needed to be free to go on big auditions. Because at this point I started booking commercials that were paying me more than I was getting at the full-time improv gig for the year. You know what I'm saying? So it was a bigger world, okay? And each little step let me see a bigger vision. And what I'm hoping to do is I'm implanting this idea in your head that if you do what 98% of people do, then you have the same little chance that they do. Does that make sense? If 98% of people fail doing X, then you shouldn't do X. You should do X plus other stuff. Does that make sense? So if everybody is, doing plays in the basement, sending postcards to agents hoping that they come, if everybody's doing that, you got to do that plus actually go meet agents themselves. By the way, none of my agents to date, I've been full-time for 15 years. To date, none of my agents have ever seen my work except when it was on TV. You hear me? Never came and saw me in a show. Not true. Not true. Not true. Doug Keston accidentally saw me in a show because he was there to see his client, the writer of the show, okay, who now has a show on Broadway. But he had already sent me out. He had already sent me out. I'd already booked a national commercial with Doug Keston before he ever met me, before he ever saw me on stage. It was on the phone. You understand? This is before I came to this office. Some of you are like, no, that's not possible. But that's how the business works. It's not what your acting teacher told you. And this is not just me talking, How do you know I'm telling you the truth? Look around, okay? So I learned how to start making money online and other ways, okay? So I wrote a book by, I wrote a Star Trek book because I love Star Trek, and that's why I'm Bones. And I wrote Captain Kirk's Guide to Women, How to Romance Any Woman in the Galaxy. That was something I did on my own. I got some books. I paid people to teach me how to write a book and get it published. I say it all the time. I paid someone $1,000 an hour to teach me how to make money with my book. I bought courses on how to write a query letter to get an agent. And then I bought courses on how to make a proposal to get a deal. And then I spent money, $1,000 an hour to learn how to sell the book that was being published by Simon & Schuster already. You'd think, oh, By the time you get published by Simon & Schuster, you're on Easy Street. It's not true. Oh, you'd think once you did, this is what I thought. I did this huge McDonald's commercial. It was a campaign. It was 3 commercials. It ran for a year and a half. I made like $85,000 for 4 days of shooting, you guys. I figured, well, once I do something like that, it's Easy Street from then on, right? How was it Easy Street from then on, sweetheart? My wife thought it was going to be too. That's why she got married to me. No, that's not true. She married me for my penis. Whoa, hey, I can say what I want. This is my webinar. And I went on a network test today. So if you don't like it, fuck you. Okay, no. Look, no. I'm here. I hope you're learning, you guys. I hope you're picking up on this. Just because I'm on a network test today doesn't mean it's Easy Street anymore either, right? Not true. Got to keep going. In fact, so I'm sitting there all excited about going on my network test. Oh my God, it's my first network test. And the guy who was going in before me, I totally recognize from TV. Dude's been in a whole bunch of TV shows all the time, right? And he's chilling. He's like this because it's his like 100th network test. Does that make sense? And I was like, ooh, it's my first network test. And he's like, oh man, you know, TV is great because it's just like a job. You show up, you do it, you go home by 5. And, you know, he was very cool, very generous in his knowledge to me there. It's all steps, okay? And so what I'm saying with that, by the way, is that it wasn't Easy Street for him. He was in the same audition, okay? However, I don't know if he has a day job tomorrow or not. I do not. Because of what I learned and what I teach people in my books and courses and videos, okay?
Do you want to take a comment?
I do. I'm about to go look at the comments. I want to see what you guys have to say. I'm going to refresh this page. I'm glad there are a bunch of questions. I'm telling you, for those of you who are just lurking and not answering, Gamila, right? Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you here because I was thinking about you and talking about you. Where's my phone? Okay, I'm going to show you about Gamila right there for thanks. Totally will get to them. Hi, Bones and Laura. I was always interested in what Bones has to say. Also, oh, tip. We were just Facebooking, right? Also, at what point in the process do you recommend letting go of the day job? After start making money with vending machines or before fully ordering commit? I'm still building the courage to take the plunge. Understandable. Hello, I'm new. Thanks for sending the link. I'm driving across country to LA on Wednesday to dive in as full-time actor. Any tips on how to make the transition out in the city? Name's Quincy on my iPhone listening to your broadcast. Oh, all right, Quincy. Andrew, first timer. Hello, not lurking. Hey, Pete, what's up, man? All right, good to see you here. Hi, Bones. I'm receiving your emails for a while. You talk about your wife, but I never see her on camera. Uh-oh. I think that's a challenge. Sounds like a challenge from David. Miranda, ready to make 2016 your bitch. All right. Still waiting for the $85 in PayPal from my Saturday Erotic Poetry in Motion demo so I can pay the water bill. You know the deal. Save. What? Dude, I will teach you how to sell that shit thing. Hey, Bones. Camila, right. Camila, you stay here. Dan Murphy. Brand new, I'm not sure when I got over info, receive email. Okay, cool. All right, so awesome. The questions I want to answer first. So tip, people ask, well, when do I make the plunge? When do I quit the day job? How much money? I don't know how much you make now. I don't know how much you live on now, right? And, some people, they want to like double their money before they take the plunge. Some people reduce their expenses so that they can, do it earlier. It's up to you and your confidence level, right? So as I mentioned, I took the $300 a week improv gig and and then what does that come to? That comes to $300 a week. That's $15,000 a year, right? At the day job that I quit, I was making $38,000. So I quit the $38,000 to make $15,000 because it's what I wanted to do. And I gave myself the direction that, hey, learn about this online business thing to make up the difference. And to tell you the truth, I was single and like, I was just spending money on drinks and trying to hook up with people at night anyway. So like, I didn't actually need 38 at the time. I didn't need 38,000, right? Now with a wife and child, we have a whole different outlook. Does that make sense? So Tim, I'm going to tell you, it's up to you. And so today I'm going to, by the time this video is over, I'm going to show you how to make like anywhere between 15 and 150 bucks, like per sale. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, in this tonight. And at the end, I'm gonna tell you right now. At the end, I'm gonna give you guys an offer. If you want to make 2016 your bitch, you know, I'm gonna talk about working with me and making it happen before the year ends. Okay, that's what we're leading to. We are leading to me giving you the opportunity to work directly with me before I'm a big sitcom star. It's my first network test. If I get the gig, it's miraculous. But the fact is, I went in today, I gave them what I got, I feel good about that audition, and I have no regrets. Now, the reason I'm so excited about Gamila being here, and she is, I'm gonna embarrass her a little bit, just a little bit, Gamila, because I've been thinking about you for a bit. And the reason being that I know Gamila Wright for a long time. We did a course, what was it? It was that course that Pete also took. Robert Michel's course, which you should go to. It's great, mind expanding, opening stuff. It'll add to the puzzle of you to open you up. Gamila, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna see if you can see this. So this is the bulletin board outside of Marcy Phillips' audition room, and on the board they have like what they're working on and what's happening, right? So here it's blurry and crappy, and I'm sure you're not gonna be able to see it anyway. It says tests, and my headshot is right here, right? Okay, so these are the people they're testing. However, Gamila is on the other board, and Gamila is on, oops. She already knows this because it's her. Gamila is on the other board that says cast. And Gamila is right there. Look at you, Gamila. She's right there. Let me see if I can make it, oh, it's all blurry. But that's Gamila's headshot, that one, okay? So congratulations, Gamila. I was super proud when you announced that on Facebook that you were part of the diversity casting or the showcase. I was super proud of you, man. I'm so glad. But here's something I want to tell you about the board. Here's something about the board. I told you guys, I've been a professional for 15 years. Gamila has been a professional for about the same time, I'm sure, right? I'll bet that Gamila also knows some people on that board. Here's the thing. As you get older and as you stay in the business, as people drop off, as people hit 30 and they all quit, suddenly there are much fewer people around. Does that make sense? I was talking to somebody else, a friend of mine. We were at some stupid go-see for like 1,500 bucks for some print, you know, thing. And she's like, man, I don't know, because this and that. I'm like, no. We passed the mark. We passed the quit line. Does that make sense? Some of you guys are on here, you're like 22. And you're like, well, I'm going to be a star any minute now because of my talent. And I'm going to tell you it's not how it works. I mean, it could be. It could be for you. It could be for you, but I'm telling you right now, Gamila is a professional. The guy who was sitting in the waiting room like this, who had been on 100 network tests, he's a professional, okay? As a professional, you start learning that it's just one gig after the next, and as soon as you book one gig, look for the next one. And that's how it goes. So I teach actors how to make money without a day job. I teach this because, in my opinion, it's a solution to trading your time for money and not having the time, energy, or resources to pursue your acting career. B, waste your life. Waste your life because you're just working just to pay some bills. It's the only reason you're doing it. And is bad for your soul and is more likely to make you quit. It just is. And you're more likely to get caught there because it was hard to let go of $38,000 just to make 15. And by the way, that gig was only a couple months. It wasn't it was like half the year. So it wasn't like I had a job now for a year. I went from 38,000 a year, whatever that comes to a week. What does that come to a week? Divided by 52, something, 800 bucks, something like that, right? So to make 300, because I knew I didn't want to leave the 38,000, but I knew I could end up here the rest of my life. People end up waiting tables their whole life, you guys. You understand? Saying tomorrow I'll really start my acting business, right? They do it. I'm telling you, you can make money without a day job. So how long have I been taught? Okay, long. So I don't say this to stall. I say this because you got to be in the right mindset. You know, I was at the brunch yesterday, and you know, I did this talk for Lisa Gold's group, and I offered them you know, a mastermind session with me for like, it came to $1,000. It was 4 sessions, it was $1,000. No, sorry. It was like, I don't know. It was, I'm gonna say 1,000, something like that. Somewhere between, depending on when they bought. Depending on when they bought, it was the price, okay? But someone was like, oh, I know your stuff, I like your stuff, but I couldn't afford it when you did the call for Lisa's group. I was like, look, I start my stuff at $27. I started at $27 for the book and audios. That's just about the same price as this brunch. You know? So there's no excuse. And all you need is to open your mind a little bit. Okay? So how do you make money? How do you make money, right? Because that's, you know, after a while at the brunch, I had like a whole group of people, because that's what everybody wants to know, right? Everybody wants to know, well, how do you make money? Because they want to be actors, and kind of like this, well, I just want to be an actor full time. And of course, but even full-time actors are not acting full time. You know, you do a big movie and then you don't for months, and then you do the next big movie. You do a TV show and you're on you're a series regular for a while, and then you're not. You do a Broadway and then it closes. A friend of mine has a friend who works in the same restaurant he does. He has the dude has a huge part on a Netflix show. When the Netflix show isn't shooting, he's waiting tables. So I'm here to tell you that in between, I'm gonna show you how to make money anyway. Okay? And I'm gonna check something to see if I can brag at this point. It's hard to imagine. It's hard to do that because I'm no, it's very easy to brag. For me, it's easy to brag. But what I want to talk about, what I want to do is going to be difficult. Okay, so right now it's 9:36, so it's unlikely. It's unlikely, but I'm going to say that sometime before this is over tonight, I'll have made a sale. Oh, I already did. I made a sale. Oh, it was 8:06. At 8:06, I made a, see where it says JV Zoo sale notification? Let's see. Can you read that there? JV Zoo sale notification right there. Okay, that means I sold something. Something sold. It was at 8:06. So we'll see if something else comes in, but in this time that we're together. But you know what I'm telling you is that I have stuff out on the web that people buy and I make money from. And I talk about, you know, this epiphany that came to me about creating an online vending machine that sells stuff for you. Okay? It's not that it doesn't take work. It does. You have to set it up. You have to have the guts to kind of run it and maintain it. And it can be something that you constantly tweak. I am constantly tweaking stuff. If you guys have been on my list, you know you get endless emails from me. You know, I'm constantly telling you guys stuff. But there are other things that I make money from that other people handle. You know, if you've been on my list just for like a couple days, then you recently got an email from me talking about a singing course. Okay? and it's a cool singing course. I got it. We got it. We did the exercises for a couple days, and then we didn't. But it's a very good course, right? And I know what I should be doing to get my voice better. I sent out an email about that course. Sometimes people who are more serious about singing than I am buy the course because they want to sing better and are willing to pay. I think the course is $100 to do that, right? When people buy the singing course by somebody else, I get paid for it. I think it's $68. Did you hear what I said? I said I send out an email. People buy the thing from my email, and I get paid. But what are you spamming a bunch of people? No, no. There's a way to do this, right? You guys are on my email list. Some of you have bought stuff from me. It's the same process. The reason, so I even show people how to make money with my products. Send out an email about my stuff and you get paid. I teach that stuff. I teach the step for step. I teach it in the $27 book. I show you, I tell you how it works. In the $97 package, I teach you how to do it. I write on a board. It takes 2 hours. I show you, like, you know, how to make it easier, how to make it more profitable, how to spend less to make more. And in the mastermind sessions, the $500 stuff, I teach you how to do it. I like screen share to show you how to do it, to set it up. And obviously, if you think about it, each one of those steps, you know, it's up to you. What's your confidence level? To get do you have your buddy do your headshots on his iPhone? That's one level of commitment and guts and confidence. Do you pay $1,000 to get somebody to do your headshots? That's another level of confidence. When you have your headshots, do you send them out to 5 people and wait for 6 months? Or do you send out hundreds? And if you get no answer, do you send out hundreds again? It's confidence. So when I have people do masterminds with me, live masterminds, I'm like, look, I'm here to help you because you have the guts to commit and to do it. So Miranda, you know, expanded her commitment and her confidence. Okay. Is Colleen on there? Do you see Colleen on there? I bring up Colleen because there's someone, Colleen, who bought all my stuff and everything I refer, right? She spent a whole ton of money. She spent a bunch of stuff and made a sale this weekend. And she was like, oh, one of my mastermind guys, you know, he made a sale pretty soon after starting, after the first class. And he was like, oh. And his stuff is great now. You know, he does music coaching, and I taught him how to set up his music coaching so he can get paid aside from when he's doing scales with the client. I have people who, you know, teach yoga. I show them how to get paid without having to do, you know, sun salutations with their client. I'm going to tell you, ready? Create a book, make a video, do something that some people will pay for. What? What are you talking about, Bones? Well, don't I sell $500 videos right now and people buy them? Yeah, you can do the same, but I don't know what to sell. Then let me help you find something. And remember, you can do it selling somebody else's stuff. You can do it sending people to the videos that I made. You can do it sending people to this, sending singers to a singing course. Make sense? So, 9:42. Okay.
So FYI, for other people.
What questions are here? Yes.
You know, you may or may not want to go through all of them.
Give me some notes. Give me the cliff notes.
Somebody asked a while ago.
Somebody asked a while ago. Mm-hmm.
You can do it. Sending people to the videos there.
Someone was asking just about casting calls. If you don't
Hey, Max.
you should contact the casting company, etc. Should I go to acting class? Things like
Acting
that.
class, things like that. Yeah, acting class. Should I do acting class? And our maintenance is the most talented, the most persistent. Thank you, Gamila. Thank you for answering these questions. Damn straight. Thank you, Gamila. Look, you guys, right now, I'm telling you guys right now, a lot of you don't understand that. Hey, Brian, don't understand what's happening. Gamila is giving you stuff that you should be paying for. You understand? Being on this video, and I guess, I'm going to take credit for this because, I tend to attract professionals who get it that, oh, we're in a business and a business is about making money, and making money is by selling something. I got to sell my acting business, but on top of that, if I sold something else, I can make money in the meantime. Okay? And thank you, Camila, for my first network test too. That's crazy. Liam, if you submit for a casting call but don't hear from the agency, so you call the casting company and ask them, can I just, sure, man, why not, Liam? If you can, submit for casting call, but sure. But I'm going to tell you something else. Submit to a whole bunch of different agencies, a bunch of different times, and more importantly, casting directors is where it's at. I'm going to give you guys a secret. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Since 2008, I'm a crossroads. I'm a hairstylist part-time, and I'm considering going back to full-time work. I'm not thrilled to do so. How do you get steady paying acting jobs without an agent? Okay, Patrick, cool. I'm going to answer Patrick's question first, and then, sweetheart, I want you to remind me that I wanted to talk. Did you know where I was headed?
I do. Your story about
what?
about
this. Yes. Okay, so cool. First, I'm going to answer Patrick about hair styling and stuff. Okay, so Patrick, I'm going to answer you directly because it just doesn't occur to people. And once it occurs and it the light can go off, you're asking me, you're saying, I'm doing hair part-time. I want to be able to act full-time. I want to make all my money acting, but right now I make all my money in hair. I need to your question to me is, I either need to do hair full-time or do acting full-time, and I need to somehow make a full-time income acting. That's your question, right? One or the other. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Either way, both of those things, you're trading time for. I'm pausing for a dramatic effect. Okay? What if you got paid whether you did either one of them or not? So here's the online vending machine thing. I've already talked about it, but I know for a lot of people I say it, but it kind of zooms. You've gone and walked past a vending machine before. You have also stopped and bought something from a vending machine. When you buy something from a vending machine, the soda comes, you put $1 in, the soda, or $2 or $3 in, the soda comes down, you drink the soda, you walk away. The owner of the vending machine just got paid. My wife, oh, you guys hadn't seen her on camera before.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, that's her. She's, chilling out. One of my wife's first things when we first got together, she bought the crappiest little plastic vending machine. How much did it cost? $100?
How much was it?
Yeah, $100, 150, something like that. $100, let's say, 150. She filled it with Skittles, M&M peanuts, and regular M&Ms. She put it in the theater that we were doing improv in once a week. So every week when we came to the theater, she would take the quarters out and refill the candy. She went to Target to get huge bags of candy because she got it for less that way, right? Make sense? and she would just bring candy. So I don't know how much she made a week. I don't know, $10. Who knows? But some of you were working for $10 an hour. She was just changing out the money because people were buying it anyway. So, hairstylist dude name, whatever your name is. What if you have this skill of hairstyling, right? What if you created? Oh, how about this? Right now, I'm just going to go with what you have right now, okay? Patrick, thank you. So Patrick, from what you have right now is you do hairstyling. What if you also sold shampoo to people, to your clients? I don't want to do sales. I get it. What if you said, hey, I use this shampoo. If you want it, you can buy it. What if you had a link, right? You had a website that had hair products on it, and that when people bought it from your website, you got paid. You know what, Patrick? I'm going to show you right now how you can do that today. Today, I'm going to give you guys a way to make money online right now. It doesn't pay much at all. You cannot quit your job from what I'm about to show you. I just want to show you the principle. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to screen share to show you the principle, and don't let me forget that I want to talk about my agent story. So entire screen, okay? Share. Here we go. This is when people usually get super excited about what I'm showing them. Okay, so this is you guys. This is me about probably 30 seconds but behind. I'm going to show you something. Amazon.com, okay? I'm going to show you how to be an affiliate for Amazon. What does that mean? Remember I mentioned that you can make money with other people's stuff? Well, here's Amazon. Look at Amazon. Wow, Amazon, right? Well, I'm going to look up some high-end shampoo. I don't know. I have no idea about $21. I want something that's expensive. Okay, what is this? 44 bucks. All right, 45, 44 bucks. Let's take a look. Let's say, Patrick, that you're like, hey, you know, I have no hair growth organic shampoo and conditioner set. Let's say you think this is a cool thing and it's 44 bucks, right? I'm going to show you something right now. I'm going to ask you guys to do what I say. Do you see this bar that I have here called Amazon Associates that you guys do not have in your Amazon account? See this? This means that I can get paid from Amazon. I'm going to show you how it works. You see this? It says link to this page, short link to this page. I'm going to take this short link. You guys are going to be like, what? I had no idea. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to this right here and look, you guys, click here. Okay? Everyone, click that link right now. I'm posting it.
To refresh the page so that the thing shows up.
They have to refresh?
In order for the new comments to show up, yes.
Okay, so you have to refresh. So
Sort by newest.
cool, thank you. And sort by newest. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to refresh. Okay? And I'm going to sort by newest. I'm going to pause here. Okay? And look, you guys, click here. So click this link. Okay? Everyone go click this link. I know you're like 30 seconds behind me, so click that link. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. Okay. Right? I'm just going to keep going. So you guys click that link. I'm going to go to my earnings summary here in Amazon Associates. Okay? This is going to seem ridiculous. I don't do this because it doesn't actually make you any money. I'm just showing you an example of what's available out there. Okay? And none of you bought the shampoo. None of you just bought the shampoo. I just want you to see. Oh no, where's today? Oh, do I not get today? Can I not show today anymore? I used to be able to show today. This month, last 7 days, last week, this week. I'm gonna put last 7 days. Today's orders here. Today's orders. Today's bounties. Where's the tracking ID? Huh. Oh, come on. I really wanted to show you guys this. Fee schedule, download reports, feedback, download payment history, fee schedule, summary. Shucks. Last 7 days. Ah, damn it. Customer support, selling Amazon. All right, I'll show you another thing. I'll show you another thing. Here's, let me stop screen sharing. Ah, damn it. Offers, deals, promoting new special bounties. I haven't been here in a while, so it's all different, you guys. I'm sorry, let me just see something. Links, product links. No, it's all different now than the last time I was here. So, because I don't use this. I used to be able to show me how things linked. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna give you a whole different one. Stop. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna give you a whole different one. But here's the point. Here's the point. When people click that link, and if they buy the shampoo, Amazon gives you a percentage. Did you know that? Did you know that just about every time you're on a website and you see an Amazon ad, if you click on it and buy, that Amazon pays the website owner? What? Yeah. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to give you like a quick example of how what I teach people in the mastermind sessions. Okay. Not yet. I want to tell you the agent story. So Patrick, just to be clear, what I showed you is that giving someone a link is how you can make money with other people's stuff. And if you wrote a book on hairstyling tips, if you have a YouTube channel with hairstyling tips, okay, if you use other people's hairstyling tip videos, okay, show demonstrations, stuff like that. If you got clients for other hairstylists and then got a commission from them, all of a sudden you are making money without sitting there doing stuff. Let's say you wrote a book called Patrick's Perpetual Hair Beautifying Secret Cutting Formula. Let's say you made a video showing your special styling thing. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Let's pretend you did that, right? Let's say I wanted to get into being a hairstylist. This is better. Let's say I wanted to learn to be a hairstylist. There are people who want to learn how to be a hairstylist. If I sat you down for an hour, half an hour, Patrick, and I said, I want to be a hairstylist. Can you teach me? Or can you tell me stuff? Would you be able to give me information for a half an hour? You probably could. Do you think that'd be worth $20 to somebody? $7, $5 to somebody? Sure, I could sell a video of me talking. I could sell a video. I could make a video helping people who want to get started as hairstylists and sell it for $5. Great. What if they bought the booklet, the video series, whatever, for $5, but then you kept recommending products that you got paid for? Then you're making money without hairstylists, without trading time for it. Look, you guys, what I just said is worth thousands of dollars to you. Remember I said I paid a woman $1,000 an hour to teach me about book promotion? For some of you, that's way outside of your comfort zone. But the point that I understood, it was way out of mind, by the way, it was way out of mind. But I knew that if I wanted to have different results, I had to challenge my original thought. So paying someone $1,000 an hour was out of my, it was just, there's no, wow, what gall does she have to ask for $1,000 an hour? You know, and I'll tell you this, my attitude about it was terrible. I got on the phone with her. I swear to God, this is the truth. I got on the phone with her. She said, hi, Bones Rodriguez. Hey, nice to meet you. What do you, what's your book? Something like that. I swear to God, I swear on my son, my first sentence to her was, I'm paying $1,000 an hour, get talking. That's someone that showed my lack of confidence. Make sense? That showed how freaked out I was at spending $1,000 an hour. And I was. But the thing that made me do it, I said, well, look, if at the time I could make $7 a book, I was like, if I can make an extra, if what she teaches me in this hour could help me sell an extra 150 books, that was $1,000. Anything else was gravy. And I was like, she's going to teach me something that's going to help me make 150 extra book sales. And she absolutely did. I say it all the time. There were like 2 or 3 sentences that made the whole call, made it worth many, many, many thousands. Okay? And that's what I tell people in my mastermind sessions. And actually, I just gave you that. I just gave you that. The whole thing about shooting a video that helps someone who wants to be a hairstylist and then recommending stuff to them that you get paid for, multiple thousands of your entire career could be based on that. Your entire income for the rest of your life could be based on that idea. Okay? Right now, you guys are in front of me. Some of you have bought the book. Some of you have bought the Mastermind. Some of you have bought a bunch of stuff. This is what it is. It's advice that I'm giving you that you value. And so you're willing to pay for it. The book woman had advice that I valued. That's why I was paying her. Someone who doesn't want to write a book doesn't pay her $1,000 because they don't value it. Okay? Thank you. So the story of casting director here, what I was saying was that you have a business and you want to put your business in front of people who are going to buy your thing. Your acting skills, your service of being an actor, your service of embodying a character is your business. I say it all the time. If you were a plumber, your service is unclogging drains. As an actor, your service is bringing up to life a character. Therefore, if you're a plumber, it's not enough that you know how to unclog a drain. You need to find the people with clogged drains so you can perform the service. So as an actor, it's not enough that you know how to act and how to embody a character. You need to find the people who need characters brought to life. Agents are not those people. Agents don't pay you. Agents don't pay you, you guys. Casting directors have the problem, and ultimately directors and producers are the people who buy your service. I had no idea. You guys, I had a full-time career. I was several years into full-time acting income before I knew that. Gamila, she's probably like, Gamila, I would like you to respond to what I just said. I would like, if you're still there, please respond to what I just said. It's producers who pay us. Huh? I didn't know that until I bought a course by Bob Fraser. I talk about him all the time, rest in peace. A great course, it was $100. I learned a ton from his course. So I started meeting recently I started meeting casting directors. For this network audition for ABC, the casting director was looking for me. She called my commercial agent looking for me because she's freaking awesome, believed in, has seen me before. She's seen me do stuff before. She said, oh, you know who might be good for this role? Bones Rodriguez. No agent submitted me for the network test, you guys.
For the role in the first place before you.
Yeah, for the role in the first place. No agent submitted me for the part that the casting director called me in for, that the producers wanted to see me again for, that today I now have like a quote. I'm an actor with a quote. My wife didn't know what that was. I said, you understand that she's my wife? We've been living in the same place for how long have we been living together? 13 years? She didn't know what it means to have a quote. Today, her husband is an actor with a quote for a thing that an agent didn't even submit me for, you guys. So a lot of you guys are wondering, well, how am I going to get an agent? How am I going to get an agent? Fuck them. Connects to casting directors. And you know what? Of the agents who have sent me out in the past, I chose one of them to get the commission. I gave a very nice commission, if I get it, we don't know yet, to an agent who has sent me out in the past. I had a choice because I'm not signed by anybody for film and TV, only commercially. Gamila is probably like, whoa, because what that means, if you understand that, what that means is, I called the agent saying, hey, ABC wants me for this thing. Do you want 10%? How wouldn't you take that phone call? Hell yeah.
Camila says, I'm nodding my head, dude. And then she said, me too. I have a quote.
Exactly, we have quotes. Exactly, Camila, we have quotes. Awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you, honey. Dude, listen, when I go into that office and I see your picture up there, I'm so happy for you. I think it's great. And on the test, I know somebody else on the test board, and I'm so happy for him. And you guys, I'm telling you, you just start knowing the people because everybody else fades away. So I'm here to tell you that you can make money without a day job. I'm going to show you another way. I'm going to prove it to you again. Okay, I'm going to prove it to you again, and I'm going to ask someone who's on there who's Gamila, I don't know if you yeah, give me a question. Yeah.
Can I just post links on people's page, or do I have to buy pay-per-click ads on Facebook?
Right. Okay, great question. Can you just post links, or do you have to buy pay-per-click ads? Okay, so that's someone who's a little advanced and understands the way it works a little bit. Okay, but the question means that you don't that you don't want to have that you don't actually want to make money. You're hoping to get lucky. It means you're hoping to get lucky, right? You're hoping to put some links somewhere, and then slyly someone might buy something, and you'll be lucky. It happens. It happens. It happens. Will you make a full-time income with it? No, you won't. You will make some money sometimes, on occasion. I will show you, I show you in mastermind sessions and stuff how to do it so that it's a real thing. And let me give you an example. It's like asking, hey, can I take my vending machine and just like drop it in a classroom? Can I take my candy vending machine and take it to vegan restaurants?
Tip says, what does that mean you have a quote?
Maybe. Tip, it means I have a quote, which means that from now on I have a price tag. So whereas you might do something on TV, you just get paid scale, you get paid, what the job pays. Now I come with a price tag. I can be bought and sold. And then when you work for somebody else, that's how it is. That's just how it is. Now it happens to be a way that I want. Exactly. I like it. But when you work for somebody else, that's how it is. They buy your time, and it's good. It's not $1 million an episode. It's good enough. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? It's good enough. I will take it. But it's still a price tag. So that's what that means, Tip. Okay, having a quote. So if you have a quote, it means that that's my price tag per episode. What, did somebody say something? Or are you just laughing at
No, I
me?
was just remembering the moment when you were like,
I have a quote.
hey, they're asking me for a quote.
They're asking me for a quote.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what do they want you to say?
Right. So the joke was I didn't know what it meant to have I had heard it before, so I knew it meant money. But when I told my wife, I was like, hey, they're asking me for a quote. I realized she didn't know what I was talking about. So I said, yeah, here's my quote. I'm ethnically ambiguous and I work for scale. Hire me. That was my quote. That was my quote. That was our big joke. Okay, so to answer your question, yes, you can just post links around the internet if you want. You can. And in Mastermind, I'll show you how to do that for free. Free ways to do it, paid ways to do it. Pay-per-click is one way. There are other paid things that don't cost as much, that are less risky. And here's the thing. The reason you're here right now is because I paid for Facebook ads. That's why you're here. The vast majority of you are here because I paid for Facebook ads. You got something for free from me. You started learning about what I'm talking about, and you wanted to find out more. And you're special because you've been on here talking with me for an hour, because that's important to you. And the reason I've been talking for an hour because I want to talk to people for who it's important. I could have gotten here and been like, yeah, you can make an online vending machine and make some money. Do it. Doesn't work. it just doesn't work. It's not, I kind of wish I could just do that, but it doesn't work because people need to learn, get context for it. So if I tell you, yeah, just meet casting directors and all of a sudden you'll be doing a network test. It's kind of, on one level, it's kind of true. On another level, it's not at all. Okay? So I wanted to show you another way that you make money without having something of your own, with other people's stuff, okay? And how I show you in the mastermind. So I'm gonna give you a quick-ish example. How can I show you a quick-ish example right now? I'm gonna screen share again, and I have you guys click a totally different link. I'm gonna show you the link that I'm gonna get for share. Okay, so there's another place. There's another, so I showed you how to do it with Amazon. Damn it, I can't believe that I went through all that and then I don't have a link. Although I'll tell you, if one of you guys would just buy the shampoo, it would come up, it would show up. Reports, I'll bet it's here somewhere. There's a way to get like links and my link clicks. I just don't know what it is anymore. Product links, quick link checker, no, that's not it. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna show you a website called clickbank.com, okay? It's ClickBank. I'm gonna log in here, okay? I'm gonna log into my dummy account, Bones Rod, okay? I'm just gonna show you, this is a place where you can buy a bunch of stuff, okay? I'm gonna go to the marketplace here, and I'm going to go into health and fitness, and let's just say I'm gonna show you, let's show you something that's here. Organic green juice. Let's just take a look at what this looks like for a second. Classic CB by now. Okay, so let's say that you are a yoga trainer, you're a personal trainer, whatever, okay? This here is a product that's organic, Organifi green juice. First ever supplement launch. Well, you don't need to know what that means. That's pain in the ass. But there's a bunch of stuff on in this website, ClickBank, okay? But let's say that you are a fitness person and you have an Instagram channel and you have people following you on Instagram, whatever. You're a cute girl and you're showing booty shorts, whatever. Hey, that's what it works for, okay? Let's say that I do that or whatever. I have an Instagram page and I'm showing pictures and I'm getting people to subscribe to my page. I can take this thing right here. I'm gonna click promote. You see, it has to be pre-approved. Okay, so forget that. Let's grab something else. Let's talk about 3-week diet, okay? Let's talk about 3-week diet. I'm gonna promote. You click this link, promote. Bones Rod is my account nickname. I'm just gonna show you, and we're gonna say, what's today? 11/15 or 16? 15? 16. Today's 16, 2015, 2016. Okay. This is my tracking ID. I'm gonna create a link. You see this link? I'm gonna copy this link. Copy.
Wait, I think it was
What?
pop-up again.
Yeah, it's a pop-up. Do you not see it? You should.
Maybe I'm behind.
You're behind. Okay, it's here. If you cannot see that I just made a link, let me know, but you're like 30 seconds
Oh, I
behind.
see it.
You see it? Okay, great. So here's this link. I'm going to copy this, okay? I'm going to close it. I'm going to go to this webinar, and I'm going to paste, click this link now, okay? And I'm going to paste it and post, okay? And I'm going to newest, and I'm going to refresh. So you guys should refresh, okay? And then just click newest. Okay, click this link right here. Click this link right here. Click this link right here. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. You're going to click the link. It's going to open in a new window. Oh, fuck off, Facebook. God damn it. It's blocking the link. Well, this is why. So this is why you can't just post links around, okay? But what you can do is post it on a blog. So real quick, I'm going to go to one of my blogs. I'm going to go to, you know what? I'm going to have to log into my blog to show you this. Damn it. Sorry, guys. So don't click on that link, okay? I am going to open up my blog, and I'm going to make a quick blog post. I'm going to show you guys with the very same link, okay? I just want to show you how it works. log in and start blogging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a link to click on. And I'm going to show you what happens when you do. And when you do, I'm going to show you how it tracks and how you can make money anyway. Okay? Let me just log in here, and I'm going to post, and I'm going to click add new, and add new post, and I'm going to call it click here, guys, and hi, this is the link you should click. Boom. Okay, I'm going to make it a link. Boom. Open a new window, add link. Okay. Publish. Okay, so what I did just now is I made a blog post. So to answer your question, I think that was Tip who had the question about posting links or not. This is what I teach, that posting links randomly doesn't work, and as you can see, Facebook is starting to block those anyway. So it's just it's better that it worked out this way anyway. Oh, it was Angelica. Sorry. Okay. So now I'm going to give you a different link to click. I am adding it right now. Click here. And it's going to take you to my blog. I'm going to screen share again so that you guys can see. Okay, entire screen, share. Okay, so here I am with this, right? I just posted this link. Click this and Actor Prospers. Click here, guys. Okay, so you refreshed so that this showed up. So I'm clicking here. Here's the blog post. Okay, hi, here's the link you should click. This one. So click this link. Oh, and you see that this came up. Okay, just pause it. Oh, you can close that pop-up. If a pop-up came up, you can close the pop-up. Okay, so here is the sales page for this. Okay, it's a weight loss program thing, and I know it's good because it sells a lot. So that's why it's a good thing to promote to people who want to lose weight. You hear what I said? It's a good thing to promote to people who want to lose weight. It doesn't mean you promote it to everybody on Facebook, because not everybody wants to lose weight. A lot of people do, but not everybody actively will pay for it. Okay? So now that I've done this, I'm actually going to tell you to click add to cart. You don't need to buy it. I'm just telling you so you can see it. This comes up, right? As you can see, it's $47. If I did this, I would pay now. Okay? And then click off. Okay? Close the thing and come back to me here. Okay? I'm going to stop screen sharing for just for a sec. Hopefully you clicked on you went to the blog, you clicked on the link, you saw it, and you clicked the buy now button. Okay? So, like I was saying, pretend you have an Instagram channel or page and about fitness or whatever. It's a very popular thing. Let's say you have a Pinterest on fitness. Very popular thing. Whatever. Okay? Let's say, listen to me carefully, that you decided to be a specialist on fitness for actors, and you wanted to help actors who wanted to lose weight, and this is one of the things that you promote to people who want to have a program like that. Okay? Let's pretend that that's something that happened. You guys just clicked on it. I'm going to show you what happens inside of, let me go to screen share again. I hope you all did it. Otherwise, this is going to be a bad thing. Going to click bank, this marketplace thing, right? I'm going to duplicate this just so I can leave that there. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to go to reporting and analytics. Okay, and I'm going to say today. So for today, 3-week diet, 6 of you just clicked on that. By the way, there are 30 of you here. Thank you to the 6 of you who did what I just asked. To the others of you, boo. But if you'll see, 6 people clicked on it. Okay, one of them clicked the order for impression because I guess you were scared that I was going to make you buy it. You fucking pussies. Okay. So there you go. So 6 of you clicked on it, so I can show you what that means. It's probably you, yeah. The pay now, the buy now button, just so you can see that. You didn't either. Okay, well, fine. Great. Well, wife, come on. Okay. I did. It's okay. It's all right. Maybe you guys just don't understand. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm talking fast. I hear you. I'm talking fast. My bad. Okay, cool. But the point is, you see 6 people clicked on that, right? Here's what I want to show you. Ready? If one of you had bought it, or if you send 100 clicks a day, or 1,000 clicks a day, or whatever, if one person bought it, you make $31.50 when someone buys it. Do you understand? $31.50 when someone buys it. But now I'm really going to blow your mind. Here's what I'm going to, well, here's what I'm really going to do. How to build your acting business. Are you ready? No, I'm not going to show you that today. That's for Mastermind people only. So hopefully I've shown you that what I'm talking about can be true. That making money without a day job is possible. I just showed you how you can make $31.50 a sale sitting here, right? Now here's something that I told the brunch group yesterday. I was like trying to tell the person who was a Mastermind student who kind of fell off. She does something. She makes money doing something else. I said, hey, do you think that you could create a product for people to make that would help them make money doing what you're doing? She goes, yeah. Oh, great. If I sat down with you for half an hour, do you think we could make a video and you could sell that for $5, $7? Yeah. Cool. Do you think people might buy that? I don't know. Some would. For people who want to make money doing what she's doing, it would be worth $7 to learn how to make more. Because if you make more than $7 once, it's worth it. She was like, oh. Then to somebody else who hadn't been in the Mastermind, they were like, look, man, I just want to make some money. I just need to make some money. I'm like, great. I have a book that I sell for $10. I'll pay, if I gave you a job to sell 10 of my books, you have to stay outside as people walk by. You have to, I'll pay you $50 for as long as it takes, $50 a day, whatever, to sell my 10 books a day for $10 each. And I'll pay you $50. Will you go do that? Yeah. And I was like, dude, listen to what I'm saying. You're going to go sell 10 of my books for $10, which is going to make $100 minus whatever costs, right? It would come, honestly, it would come to 80, about, I don't know, $75 in profit. But you're only going to get 50. That means I'm going to get $25 for actually doing nothing. But didn't you write the book? Yeah, but I did that a long time ago. That's residual income. So when people buy my books on Amazon now, I've already done the work. When people buy my No More Waiter stuff, I've already done the work. When people buy the JV Zoo sale notification like I showed you, I've already done the work. That's what I teach in the Mastermind. So guess what? You guys? It's 10:22. You ready? You ready? Do you want to learn how to be a full-time anything you want? Because here's the thing. I talk about being a full-time actor because that's what I like doing with my free time. But you know what? Recently I had a baby. And I like spending a lot of time with him and my wife. So lately I've been talking about being a full-time father. And guess what? I'm going to show you something. Remember, I've showed you how to do this already. I've just shown you how to do this. I created a site called, oh God, what's it called? The solopreneurparent.com. You see this? The solopreneurparent.com. Look, this is me, part-time blogger, full-time father. This could just as easily say actor. Do you understand? So when I have an actor prospers. Oh, I have to delete this. You guys have seen this? You guys have seen this, right? Some of you guys have seen this. People passing it. This is a woman. So this woman right here. In fact, this is a great example. This woman wrote the book Survival Jobs for Actors. She has the website for Survival Jobs for Actors. She has the blog Survival Jobs for Actors. Let's see what happens if we click her link and go to her blog to Survival Jobs for Actors. Guess what? Here she is talking about my book. And guess what happens if you click on here? You go to my webpage to buy my book. I have a special going on. And look what this is. You see this? Does it look familiar? Survival J4, because that's her affiliate link for my stuff. You understand? I am teaching you guys exactly what to do. For a solopreneur parent, do you want to make money and stay home with your kids? Well, I can show you how to do that. This is my adorable child. Everybody say in the comments, what an adorable child. This is a video I made. And guess what? For this, if people click on here because they want to learn how to get access to the same blogging platform used by industry 6- and 7-figure earners, they click on here. If they buy the blogging system, I get paid. If they click here because they want to learn how to be a full-time father like I am, they'll click here. And even if I'm not, it doesn't matter. Even if right here, or if this ad said something about, you know, the 3-week diet, if they clicked on there, I would get paid. And that's what I teach in the mastermind session. So here we go. Guess what? If you guys go to nomorewaiters.co/ oh, that's right. They won't be there. Live. Oh, shit, I forgot what it was. Live. No, it's not it. It's like special. It's not special. Oh, damn it. I got to find it now. Let me stop screen sharing. So guess what? I had you guys keep refreshing the page, but 2 buttons are supposed to show up. But you refresh, so they won't show up for a while. So guess what? I'm doing a brand new mastermind for the end of the year. Right now, if you guys want my help to create this kind of income so you can be free to do whatever you want in 2016, I'm taking a group of people who are serious, who want to have their asses kicked to get it done. It is not free. It costs money for me to help you make money without a day job, for me to help you build your acting business without a day job. Here's the thing. I have a quote now. I'm expensive now. So if you want my help to do that, it costs money now. It cost money before. And guess what? And it should. It costs me to help to have the woman, oh, shucks, I don't know where the page is now. Oh, come on, Bones. To have the woman who showed me how to promote my book was $1,000 an hour, right? And I show you why it was worth it to me. Hopefully you're taking a look at this now and you're like, you know what? This is something that I can use. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna put the link in the chat in a second. But if what you want is to learn how to create an income for yourself instead of trading your time for it like everybody else who does it and is losing, then I'm doing a mastermind it'll be a 4-week session. There's the mastermind sessions are recording. The recorded ones are there. If you want me to work with you personally, one-on-one, where I help you create your own online vending machine around you and what you want to do to make money with other people's stuff, including mine, then I'm currently taking a group of people that want to do it. And I found the link. Okay. If you go to nomorewaiters.co/platinum special, I'm going to put the link in the thing right now. Hold on.
Mass.
Right. Well, Max, how do you get blog traffic? Well, that is that's having a business, right? That's an entire thing, right? And that's what you do the rest of your life. But there are many ways. What I teach Facebook, YouTube, and Amazon. I'm going to tell you why I teach those three. And depending on what you're doing, Google, but Google is expensive. It changes all the time. And if you get these three, then Google will get you. Does that make sense? But people think like they need oceans of traffic for stuff, and you don't. You just need the right traffic. That makes sense. Okay. So I just put the link in the chat, okay, to be part of the mastermind group. And here's what I'm going to tell you. This is how I do things. I can show you the page, but I put the link in the chat. It's at nomorewaiters.co/platinum special. Refresh the page you're watching so that the link shows up, and you're going to click on there. You're going to see the video you're actually watching now. It goes through everything. I'll tell you, everything that I offer is in there. So you're going to get the book, the audios. You're going to get the 2-hour living room seminar. Already the book and the audios cost $27, the living room seminar, and the bonuses that go with the gold package, that's all already $100. You're going to get the platinum package because you're going to end up with recordings of our 4-week sessions. By the end of the first week, you're going to have your online vending machine up. The other weeks are about making it profitable. Because here's the thing, making something is easy. Making money with it is the hard part, right? Because I showed you a link that you can make money from. But having people buy stuff and you making money from it, that's the hard part. So my question for you is, how long can you live trading your time for money? See, because right now people work 8 hours a day, 10 with commute or whatever. That's a third of your day that goes to trying to make money. In the meantime, people buy stuff and I get paid. It's not just me, you guys. It's not just me. A guy who owns a McDonald's, a lot of McDonald's owners don't work in the freaking restaurant. They just own them and get paid. It's called having an asset, something that pays you. People who own regular vending machines. My wife used to get paid from that vending machine. That theater closed, so she doesn't get paid from that vending machine anymore. I get paid from websites. And I show people to get paid from websites. Let me show you one of, you'll actually notice a pattern if I show you a bunch of the students, because you'll see a pattern because I've shown people how to do it. And that's all it is. It's a pattern. It's a cut and paste thing. I'm going to show you how to have a vending machine that looks just like mine. And here's why I would do that. Because I know mine works. That's why the people who take the masterminds and do the work end up with the same online vending machine. And it works the same way mine does. Oh, does that make sense? I already know it works. So that's what I teach. And if you want to create your own thing, I show you how to do that too. And I say that as a side note because most people, I've learned that most people kind of just want the money. They kind of don't care. They I just want the money. So, and I challenge you on that because sometimes I'm like, well, if you just want the money, do this. And then people are like, well, right? So either way, if you just want to make some money so you can stop waiting tables, so you can stop temping, so you can stop trading a third of your day just to pay the bills, take the mastermind session. Now, here's the thing. It's 10:32 my time right now. So there's on the link right now, on the page that I sent you to, there are 2 options. There's the 1 pay and the 2 pay options. Both of those are going up in price at midnight. Now, I'm going to do something special for the people who are live here now. So if you're watching the recording, the video is going to be over in a second. So if you're on the recording right now, click the link below. You'll get to either the 1 pay or the 2 pay. And I want you to know it's going to go up each day. It's going to go up each day. It's going to go up in price each day until I get to a certain number of people, and I'm going to cut it, I think. I think. The point is that what you're going to have is a phone call with me before we start the session. And I'll tell you right now, people who start first, for people who join tonight, the mastermind session, we're going to be on the phone tomorrow. And I'm going to give you supplemental stuff between now and when we start. So you learn so that you can get ready, so you can go and make some money. How much is it worth to you to learn the skills, learn the different things? Remember before I told you that I paid $1,000 an hour to this woman so I could learn to sell books the rest of my life. At the time, I only had to learn how to make 150 sales, right? And most of you know that if you're in the mastermind group with me, that we talk about actor stuff all the time, right? Because it's just another business. So me talking about the online vending machine is just another business to the way you and have your headshots that sell you to get in the door for auditions. Make sense? Your reel, your demo reel is a way for you to get in the door. The reason I did this, by the way, because my demo reel is awful. My demo reel is all from commercials. So when the network asked me for my demo reel for TV, I was shit out of luck. Unprepared, you guys. And I said, damn it, Bones, I know better than this. You know better than that. You know better than to try to do things cheaply and to try to get away with it anyway. That was, what I was telling to the person who asked if you can just post links versus like pay for advertising. That's where you're just trying to get lucky and make it for free. That's what I was doing with not having a demo reel. I was hoping to get there for free. Oh, and by the way, cool, it says the live broadcast just froze, but maybe that's you. I don't know if it's you or if it froze for real. Am I still going live for you, huh? Okay. So cool, just refresh if I freeze on you or something like that. So here's the thing. I was trying to get away without like making a whole demo reel. So I'm guilty of it too, you guys. I can't point fingers. But what I can do is give you the warning right now. Here's the warning. The four session class with me can totally change your life. Learning this stuff has completely changed mine. And today I had a network test for ABC, but it goes all the way back to my learning how to make money without a day job. Okay? Thank you for asking that question, Ken. Anybody, by the way, if you're watching this, anybody who was in the mastermind before, you get it free. You're in. You're already in. Okay? If you've already done the mastermind before, you're in. You're free. You don't need to pay. You're in again. Okay? Why? Why would I do that? I mean, I should just charge you again. Here's why. I want you to have results. I want you to have results. Here's why. When you get results, you make testimonials. And when you make testimonials, you help me find customers. Right? So it's in my interest to help you make money. I want to help you make money. We've been talking for an hour and 40 minutes almost. And I've been here talking I've been doing a show for an hour and 40 minutes. And you guys haven't paid a cent. Right? This is the preview, I guess. This is the preview of what you can have. Look, some people like their motivation is towards things, and some people their motivation is to go away from things, right? So for me, honestly, it's to go away from things often. Here's the thing I wanted to get away from. I wanted to get away, and maybe you'll feel the same way. I was kind of talking to myself, and I was like, you don't like having to trade all this part of your life just so you can pay bills, just so you can do it again the next day. Bones, you don't like getting up because the alarm clock said you had to get up, and the alarm clock told you had to be that because your boss told you had to be somewhere. You hate that. You hate having to go to bed because otherwise, you're not going to be able to get up in the morning for work. So you can just make it through the day so you can get some money to pay those bills. So hopefully you can get to have some fun later at night. I hated that. I remember that feeling, and I didn't want it. And when someone told me it was possible for me to make money aside from doing that, I didn't believe him at first, but I was willing to step forward. I wanted proof. I was like, all right, I'm paying $1,000 an hour, get talking, And since then, I've written books. I have half a dozen books on Amazon, you guys. That was part of my dream stuff. Having a Star Trek book is one of my dreams. Auditioning for a sitcom on ABC at all was a dream. Getting to network test, it's the furthest, it's the closest to the real thing, right? It's the closest to the real thing I've had. Wow. I haven't had the time to process it all. I went to the audition, I came home, we had like some dinner with the baby and that, and I had to come to this. So I haven't had time to process all that yet. But it all kind of starts with that gutsy decision to like find out if it's possible, if this is bullshit or not. So, make that decision. Make that decision. Click on the button now because the price is going to go up. Get it for cheap. Get me for cheap now.
Were you going to do something just for people who are live?
Yes, and the thing I was going to do just for people who are live right now is the price that it is now is just for you. I was going to give you like a whole maze to go through, but I decided that that's annoying. So the price that it is right now until midnight is for the people who are here live right now. Also, if you do it now, I'll be on the phone with you tomorrow. So it says, send me your I'll ask you for your phone number. We'll get on the phone tomorrow. And, or, if tomorrow doesn't work out, then the next day, whatever. But, my goal is to get to know you personally and help you create that stuff because creating it is so simple, you guys. It's so simple. It's all just like that belief and confidence. So let me kind of wrap up with this. And I'm going to let the video, if you're watching the replay, great. Whatever the price is now, that's what it is now, and it's going to be more later. So click the button and buy now. Everybody, and anybody watching this. But today is a very special day for me because it's the furthest I've gone toward this sitcom dream, right? But guess what? Before this one, it was a national commercial that ran everywhere. Now I go to commercial auditions like the other dude who was at the network test, like this. What's the copy? All right, I got it. I never thought I was gonna get. I didn't think I was gonna get that far, you guys. I thought I was. Here was the dream when I graduated college, not when I graduated. When I after a year of being out, the dream shrank. Pausing for dramatic effect. To where I was like, well, it'd be cool just to do some plays out of the back of a truck, some musicals or something like that, right? That would be great. Now, by the way, that still sounds awesome to me to travel around the country and put down the stage and do a show, right? That still sounds awesome to me. Sounds like fun, right? But that was all my belief got up to, right? And so your behavior, what you do, your behavior betrays your beliefs. So things that you do in life, they are the demonstrations of what you believe. So if someone steps on your shoe and you punch them in the face, you evidently believe that it's a super insult to be stepped on, right? But if someone steps on your shoe and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, then your belief is that you have a big foot and you got in the way. Now that happens to be my thing. People step on my feet on the train, I'm always like, oh, sorry, I got big feet. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So here's the thing. You're at this moment where I'm telling you to buy the Mastermind to help so I can help work with you so that we can create something for you to make money outside of a day job. I promise the journey, if you go on the journey with me, can just expand your mind, and you will change as a human being if you take in the information I give you. If you believe me, you'll click on the link. Simple as that. If you don't believe me, this guy's full of shit, you won't. I've been talking to you for an hour and 45 minutes. It's a long time, you know, for whatever, how much money it is. You know, it's less than, I can tell you now, it's less than $5,000. I'm telling you, it's less than $5,000. It might get to almost that, but I know it's going to be less than $5,000. Should be more. Should be more, because it could change your life forever. How much, if I'd gone back in time and like, well, no, Bones, you're going to have a network test at some point for a sitcom that you want to do. How much is that dream worth to you? Because this offer I'm making to you now was the road for me to get there. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this today. I hope you learned some stuff. Any questions on there? If you have any questions, ask now before I close up. No other questions. And I'm going to refresh. I'm going to click newest. That was it. I hope you guys learned a lot here today. You know, there's a ton of stuff. If you're like questioning, go to, you know, go look at all the testimonials. West Coast time. That would be 10 p.m. on West Coast. It would be 9 p.m. West Coast time, which is probably not that fair. But it's the same amount of time from now. True, same amount of time from now. So that's my intention. Okay, that's my intention. So it's for you guys who are live. So there you go. Yeah, it's 9 p.m. West Coast. That's it. The link is in there. nomorewaiters.co/platinum special. If you're on the replay, it is the link that appeared below. Okay, and and if it didn't appear, wait, that's one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to show you something. I made a secret link to it. I forgot I did this. So funny. I'm so smart, you guys. And then sometimes I forget how smart I am. So screen share. So whatever page you're on, if you're on the replay page or you're here live, this is the page, right? Look, if you go all the way down here, see this? Copy name, copyright 2014. This is actually the link to the page too. I did that so I wouldn't forget, and I forgot. That's funny. So there it is. From this point, the class closes in 6 days. The price goes up every day as the timer goes on. I hope you decide to join us. My intention is to change people's lives and kick your ass to do the work. Okay? Those of you who know me already, you know I'm as committed to your success as you are, maybe more. So this is it. It's been Bones Rodriguez. There are two kinds of actors: those who bring the check to the table and those who get the check in the mail, hopefully from their network TV show, which is a long shot. It's the first time I auditioned for it, so it's a long shot, but it felt so good to do it. You guys, I want that feeling for all of you. If one of you, I know there's some of you right now who are like, man, that sounds awesome. I feel like it's out of my reach. I was there. I thought it was out of my reach. It's not. It's not out of your reach. I promise. All you have to do is do just a little more than everybody else, because everybody else doesn't do it. Everybody else holds themselves back the way you are. Everyone is waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect something, waiting till they're good enough, waiting for whatever. Okay? If I can do it, I promise you can. Click the link, join the mastermind. I look forward to meeting you guys who join this time around. Let's kick ass at the end of 2015. Let's make some money for Christmas, yo. Talk to you soon. Bye.